Everyone, we've come up to the Bambua Resort. It's off the main road here in Sabang. It's Friday the 19th of September. So there's quite a bit to see. It's very peaceful. A scenic mountain backdrop as usual here in Sabang. We got like some seating for a campfire there, and you can eat. There's the little restaurant. Lots of little seats and places you can eat. It's a mountaintop view. There's a little gazebo or porch you can overlooking the valley, which you can sit and eat. So places to stay, rent for the night. I think they're around 1,500 to we'll just say 1,500-ish pesos. Might be 1,000 to 2,000, so that range. So they do have lodging. I would say at least 8 to 12 rooms, if not more. I haven't explored fully. This is my second time up here. We asked a worker here, I guess, about stuff. He said, which much to my surprise, that this little foot trail here goes all the way over to the road on the Dalian resort. So that's interesting. So we're going to try to navigate that today, me and Michelle. So should be hopefully a quick half-hour walk, I would think, but who knows. We're going to give it a try. What you think and are told can be a couple different things. Oh, I see that place from the road, so the other road, so I kind of know about where we're at, even though I've never been here before. Because when I hike over the road over there, that's about half a kilometer off the road. That water tower, I see it's a big house over here. That might be the owner of all this, so I'll explain that to Michelle. Well, this might be the exact place right here. So yeah, I kind of know where we're at. Putting two and two together after 7 months of living here. So that's probably the owner of the Bambua Resort, which we know he's a German man. I had coffee with him and a few other expats in town the other day, but just beautiful. There's some dragon fruit growing up the poles. They usually have a tire and some cement or something. So quite beautiful. So hopefully nobody objects. I don't know if you can rent this or this is I wasn't shown this last time, so we'll go on, find the trail. Looks like a potential, so you're seeing it as I do, so I'm lost at the moment. Although I do see this from the road, so Michelle got instructions, so apparently there's some trail here. I don't know if this is it or not, so if everything's good, we may hike this a little more often because it's quite nice. Little scenic thing. So up there's the view of the place, so it looks like several rooms, so I'm not sure what's going on. From this side, when you come look up the hill, the place that has no trespassing signs and all that, but as we come up the Bambua side, they clearly said we could go this way and get out to the road, so that's what we're doing. So very short. That was a 5-minute hike, so quite beautiful again. So yeah, and I always joke with Michelle for the last 7 months. I said, let's go have coffee, go back to that house, but then we see the no trespassing sign. So, and I just joke with her, we see the big water tanks that we've never been before. So we have now. So beautiful little water feature, little creek, a little bit bigger creek over here on the side. So it's early Friday morning, probably about 7:30, 7 o'clock now. pointing down because I get looking at my feet, but that's quite lovely, like a little fish pond because it's covered to keep the leaves and potential animals out, I would guess. So I'll have to ask him when I see if this is his home up here that we just passed. But they just cleaned the creek out here after the big storms we had, so they chopped the trees and cleaned it up a little bit so it looks nicer, more open. I'm sure this bridge was underwater when the flood came through here because we had about 4 to 8 feet of water in spots, just depends. Where it's very wide and filled, it was 4 feet deep, and where it narrowed down and funneled into a deep section, it was probably 8 feet or so. So quite nice. That was interesting. So 7 months of walking by, and now I know. So this might be the Bambua, part of the Bambua resort, and the owner may live in that home there. Not sure. I'll ask him as soon as I see him again. This is the road me and Michelle always walk around, very peaceful road. Man's drying his rice out here, or woman. Man earlier was carrying rice bags, so I assume he would be out here, but it's a lady. I've seen her before. So drying rice in the Philippines, there you go. You'd empty the bag, and I think it takes about on average around 3 days. Depends on the weather. It's high humidity all the time, and we'll get the camera up now that I don't have to worry about my feet. So quite beautiful, rocky hills, mountains all around. The ocean's over here where the trees are a little lower. There's no mountain. Opens up to it's a bay, but it's also the Philippine Sea. They call it different things. I've heard South China Sea a little further down the coast on the map. It said South China, and then up here it switches to the Philippine Sea, I believe. And there's numerous little bays that I think have their own name. But that's where that went. That's quite interesting. So it's always neat to explore and try something different in life. So it's something I try to emphasize on my channel all the time. You may do this or like this and that, but ask and take a chance and get up and go do something new today. So that was my new thing. We usually just walk over here on the road, and I said, let's go up the Bamboo. I hear there's a fish pond to see, and so he said, oh, hiking trail, and I thought it'd be about a half hour, but it just comes over the hill, down the hill again, and past somebody's house. Sorry for the poor camera work, as often occurs. I get yapping and don't keep it up. So came out on the road we hike all the time and make videos on, and now we found a new little shortcut up to Bambua. So I'll have to see if it's okay to hike up the trail there by the place. So I'll ask him. I see him pretty much every day. So that's not fish ponds, that's rice fields that's been underwater for 2 or 3 months. Here's some more rice fields that are actually got rice in them. So looks like maybe a couple hectares, a hectare at least. Another hectare or so over here, and there's one beyond the tree line there. So rice growing country here because of the low land and wetness. That's all the tarps and different rocks to lay on the tarps to dry the rices. All right, that was our little adventure this morning. We get out and walk 2 or 3 times a day, and usually try to find something adventurous once out of the 3. There's always something you're running into. So thanks for watching. We'll cut this one off here. There's a beautiful picture of the mountains. I don't know if you can see it with the sunshine, but the big clouds, shadows on the side of the mountain. Just gorgeous. So why would you want to ever come or move to the Philippines? Well, there's one answer. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.